Welcome back all my aspiring mathematicians. Today I am going to demonstrate to you how to add and subtract rational expressions. Now what is rational expressions? Now rational expression is an expression that can be written as a quotient of two polynomials, and you will have the slash sign or the actual division sign. Now you will have a polynomial on the top, which we call that the numerator, and we will also have a polynomial on the bottom, which we call the denominator. Now let me take you down memory lane. Way back when you were either in primary school or you were in elementary school, depending on which part of the world you are watching this video from. If you were given two rational numbers and you were asked to add and subtract them, you might remember how to go about doing so. Now, rational numbers are similar to rational expressions, except that rational expressions has variables, whereas a rational number does not have variables. Irrational expressions might also have not just variables, but variables and numbers, which will make it either a binomial or a trinomial. Now, let's show you an example and take you back to memory lane how to deal with rational numbers. But first, I want to show you a little thing about using variables like just simply A, B, C, and D. Because today we are going to add and subtract rational expressions. So, if you are given A over C plus B over C, so in order to add these, we will notice that there are common denominators here, right? And so we will draw a long line and we will put C there, we just need one. And so you will say C into C is simply just one time. 1 times A is A. And C to C is 1 time. 1 times B is simply going to be B. So your answer here would be A plus B over C. And you can't do anything further with that. But guess what? This is not just it. I like to now show you real examples with numbers. So if I'm going to use numbers now and take you back down memory lane where you are given rational numbers to add or subtract them, let's use an example. 5 over 6 plus 4 over 6. So you have that. You're going to put your 6 because that is your common denominator here after you've drawn the line. And then you're going to say 6 into 6 is 1 time. 1 times 5 is 5. And 6 into 6 is 1 time. 1 times 4 is 4. And you have your plus sign here. That will be 9 over 6. And you can reduce this and say 1 and 3 over 6. But we can write that 1 and 3 over 6 simplified as 1 and a half. You can further go down memory lane and try to remember what to do if you were subtracting rational numbers. So if I gave you 3/5 and I say to you, you have to subtract 1/5, you're going to draw your line at the bottom, put the 5 there, and 5 into 5 is 1, and then 1 times 3 is 3, and 5 into 5 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1, and you're going to subtract, which that is going to be 2/5. So now you probably, remember how to deal with adding and subtracting rational numbers. Now I'm going to swing that and slide it over, slide to the right, slide to the left, slide it over to rational expressions. I'm now going to incorporate an example that has numbers and variables, and I'm going to start out with the simplest one at first. So let's get right into it. 3x over x plus 2, and then we're going to add it to 4 over x plus 2. You will notice that both denominators here are the same, so we draw a long line and we have our x plus 2 here because they are the common denominators, and we're taking the same concept that we have here and bringing it over to working with rational expressions in terms of adding them. So x plus 2 into x plus 2 is going to be 1 time. We always put the 1 there in parentheses, and then we multiply it by what is in our numerator. We bring down our plus sign, x plus 2 into x plus 2 one time, put the 1 here, multiply it by the 4, and we end up with this. So I always tell my students, if you are strong in math, then you might not need to put the 1 times the 3x and the 1 times the 4. You might just put the 3x and the 4. But that's for students who are very strong in math. If you are not a strong person in math, then I would say take baby steps. It's like in life, you take baby steps before you take that big leap. So take the baby steps first, and then you can graduate to walking. Alright? So now you have 3x, because 1 times 3x, there's 3x plus 4 over x plus 2, and this is your final answer. You can't do anything else because you cannot add oranges with apples. You cannot add 3x with a 4 because one has a variable and the other doesn't have a variable. So you can't add those. You have to leave your answer as this. Now, as you should know by now, I never leave this as the final work to be done when I'm demonstrating how to do problems like these. I always give you more example. I always take you to the next level. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Hey, Sierra says it well, but I can't sing, so I will stop right here. So we're going to level up to another level of adding rational expressions, and let's get right into it. My next example here is going to be 5x plus 9 over x plus 11 minus 2x minus 3 over x plus 11. So once again we have two rational expressions here, and this time we are subtracting them. We're not adding. Okay, we are subtracting. So you are going to draw your line underneath, big line. Because the denominators are the same, we are going to use just that one denominator here. And now we are going to say to ourselves, okay, x plus 11 into x plus 11 is 1 time. 1 times 5x plus 9, we're going to simply write 5x plus 9 here. Minus x plus 11 into x plus 11 is 1 time. 1 times 2x minus 3 is going to simply be 2x minus 3. So that's our second step. Our next step now is that we are going to add our like terms, or we'll say we are going to combine our like terms. And in this case, we have a subtraction sign here. So we're going to deal with this, put it together, and I'm going to have 5x minus 2x plus 9 minus 3 over x plus 11. And I'm taking the baby steps to show students who are not strong in math. Go slowly, like creeping, and finally when you are good at creeping and start, running on the ground as a baby, and then you get up and you start walking. So take baby steps first before you start elevating yourself and start running. So now you have your like terms together, and this is going to give you 5x minus 2x is going to be 3x. So we have 3x, and then you have 9 minus 3 is going to be 6 over x plus 11. And there is nothing you can do with this. Just draw a cloud, or you can box your answer, and that is your final answer. So you cannot reduce this. You cannot add them together. You cannot say 3x plus 6 is going to be 9x. No. Can't do that. Treat the 3x as if it is apples and 6 as if it is mangoes, and you cannot add apples and mangoes together and just get one item or one thing, because mangoes are totally different, right? Apples are totally different. They're not the same. You can add apples and apples, and you can add oranges and oranges, or mangoes and mangoes, but you cannot interchange them, add them to get one thing. So this is the reason why this is your answer. Alright? Now, as you know, I like to level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. So we are going to take this to another level. This time we have x to the second power minus 8 over x minus 1. And we are going to add this 1. Because before we did the subtraction, we are going to add now. And we have 2x plus 4 over x minus 1. Taking this back, we still is going to draw our long line there. Common denominators in both expressions, so we simply write it underneath the line. Then we say x minus 1 into x minus 1 is 1 times x squared minus 8 is simply going to be x squared minus 8. And then we put down our plus sign, and we have x minus 1 into x minus 1 is going to give us 1. 1 times 2x plus 4 is going to be 2x plus 4. Now we have to combine all like terms, and we only have one like term here, and that is our negative 8 and our 4. So we can rewrite it where we have x squared plus 2x and minus 8 plus 4, right? We can put it together over x minus 1. And now we're going to combine our like terms, and we're going to end up with x squared plus 2x minus 4 as our answer over x minus 1. And let me say this right now. You can literally leave this like this because this is your final answer. Alright? So box it, and this is what your answer will be. So in conclusion, I hope that this video has helped you tremendously, and now you know how to add and subtract rational expressions. The steps were laid out to you, and you can go back down memory lane and use that same concept where your teacher taught you how to add rational numbers and build on that to take it to rational expressions. It's not hard. Once you remember those processes from way back, primary school days or elementary school days, and you apply them, then you're good to go. Guess what? If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't leave this video to yourself. Share it with others around the world so they too can be versed on math and excel. Don't forget, hit that like button and leave me a comment. I like to read your comments. Thank you for watching, and please apply all these steps and be successful. And see you soon on the next video to come. You can go back and watch one of these videos of mine to help you better understand math more. Thanks, and see you soon. Bye now.